Right. So as of right now, like I said, is we're gonna have the detectives come over here and they're gonna talk to you. Okay. We have to gather some more information about what's going on. They'll get your statement. They're gonna get the doctor's statements. They're gonna get everybody's statements. Okay. So I don't know everything yet. Okay. So I'm not gonna tell you. I can't tell you nothing honestly. Okay. All I can say is.
Couldn't go to jail.
Right now, right now she's being detained, so she's not going to leave from here at all. Period.
Once again, L1 to Woodstock Ambulance Duty Crew, respond for an adult female fallen, unable to ambulate. The Robbins Road, 11 Chester's Place. Repeating to Woodstock Ambulance Duty Crew.
Come with me to Artesia, New Mexico. It's a small town with less than 12,000 people. It's about 4 hours southeast of Albuquerque, New Mexico, the biggest city in the state. Artesia is a city where the oil and gas industry flourish, along with farming and ranching. In late January 2023, a young lady would go to the hospital with extreme back pain, and what took place after she arrived would send shocks through the hospital and the small community. Alexi Trevizo, 19, would arrive at the hospital with her mother because she said she was in pain. The doctors would do lab work, run tests, and give her pain meds for comfort. While waiting for the tests and lab results to come back, Alexi said she had to go to the restroom, and when she got in there, she locked herself in for an extended period of time. She was in there so long that they began knocking on the door to make sure she was okay, and she replied that she was, but she didn't come out. When she eventually came out the bathroom and once she got back to her room, a housekeeper found a large blood spill all over the bathroom floor. The housekeeper then called in 2 nurses after cleaning the bathroom because she noticed that the bag was heavier than usual. The nurses came in and they found the bag in the trash and opened it, and sadly they would find a baby inside. Alexi reportedly told doctors her baby wasn't breathing when he came out of her womb. She allegedly claimed she didn't know what to do with the baby because he wasn't crying. So investigators say she said she put the baby in the bag. Sadly, once the little baby boy was pulled out of the trash and rushed to the trauma room, life-saving measures were attempted, but they were unsuccessful, and the little boy was pronounced deceased. It was at that point police were called, and it was all caught on tape when they let her know that they found a baby in the trash.
A teen is under arrest for allegedly killing her baby just after giving birth in a hospital bathroom. Police in Artesia, New Mexico released this body cam of the suspect, 19-year-old Alexi Trevizo, being confronted about the child's body being found.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. He came out at me and I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
It was not crying or nothing.
Authorities say Trevizo denied being pregnant when she arrived at the emergency room with back pain, but medical staff determined she was pregnant. They say she went to the bathroom for 20 minutes and wouldn't open the door. When she finally emerged, staff claimed the bathroom was covered in blood. A custodian was called in to clean it up and discovered the body while taking out the trash.
So when I picked it up, I realized that it was like a little heavier than it would be with just toilet paper and a trash bag in it.
Trevizo's mother seemed to be shocked by the whole thing.
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What? 9 months?
Nothing was crying.
Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail?
An autopsy performed on the baby boy determined he was breathing before he was put in a trash bag and deprived of oxygen, which caused his death, according to the report.
An autopsy was performed on the baby, and it was determined that he was alive and breathed air and had air in his lungs after Alexi had him. Officials say by the time the boy was found, he had passed away from lack of oxygen. The lawyer for Alexi says the state is subjecting her to barbaric treatment, according to news reports. In the county, they charged 19-year-old Alexi with first-degree murder this past week in connection with the death of the baby boy. Her attorney, Gary Mitchell, will say that there is more to the story and information that the police and prosecutors have not released, and he thinks that it's pretty outrageous what is going on with her. He states she's in great distress and that she's in jail and she's never been there before and that she didn't do anything to deserve it there. He said that she's a good kid, that she was in choir and cheer in school and never been in any trouble and planned on attending New Mexico State University.
Less than 2 weeks after a Hobbs teen went to prison for throwing her newborn into a dumpster, a nearly identical case, but it's even worse.
Investigators say 19-year-old gave birth to a baby and then threw the baby into a hospital trash can where he died. This happened in Artesia. Lauren Green is breaking this case down for us. Lauren, in the Hobbs case, the baby remarkably survived. That didn't happen this time.
Yep, that's exactly right, Ryan. Investigators say the woman gave birth at 38 weeks, but hospital staff found this newborn baby boy dead in the bathroom trash at Artesia General Hospital. This is 19-year-old Alexi Treviso. She had no prior criminal history before this. Investigators say she gave birth to the child back in January, but she was just charged yesterday. Now, investigators say in late January, Treviso entered Artesia General Hospital complaining of lower back pains. That's when nurses discovered she was pregnant. Treviso then locked herself in a hospital bathroom for a long period of time, where nurses found her inside with the bathroom covered in blood, according to investigators. They also say nurses tended to Treviso when housekeepers came in to clean up the bathroom. That's when they discovered a heavy trash bag buried underneath other trash, and inside a baby boy not breathing. Treviso's lawyer is blaming the hospital.
This is a horrific case of a young person who goes for help to the right place, the only place in that community, the place in that community you should be at. She went there for help, and this is the result.
Now, investigators say the baby boy died from a lack of oxygen. The district attorney's office would not comment on the case, but we are told prosecutors will be asking a judge to hold Treviso in custody before trial. She's in jail in the meantime.
My thoughts are, she was asked if she was pregnant when she first got to see someone at the hospital, and she said no, she could not be pregnant. And matter of fact, she said she was a virgin, and they still tested her anyway and gave her medication to help her with pain. The results came back, and it stated that she was with child, but this was after she already birthed the baby in the bathroom. Alexi was also charged with tampering with evidence. Prosecutors are seeking to keep the teen in jail until her trial. Her lawyer, Gary, contends this and says his client has no criminal history and has no attempts to flee since giving birth. An upcoming court hearing is scheduled on whether Alexi will remain behind bars pending trial. After what had occurred at the hospital, the Artesia Police Department released the following statement. Our officers and crime scene investigators, along with the hospital staff, experienced a heartbreaking situation on that January morning and have been coping with what they encountered. One of the worst calls any first responders or public service person is the severe injury or death of a child. We're expecting to be tough in those type of incidents because it's our job title, but in all actuality, we are quite the opposite after we have time to process what happened. Our routine calls of service on emergency response are usually carried out easily with commitment and dedication to our city. But a call like this can be a breaking point for someone or for all of those involved. It is important that we provide the very best resources, counseling, and stress management tools to help our staff cope with the traumatic events so that they can continue to do their dedicated service. I really want to know you all's thoughts on this though, because first thing, she is at the hospital and they could have helped her deliver safely, and she could have put the baby up for adoption if she did not want him. I believe that she hid it from her mother because she was scared, and her mother thought she was a virgin, and she thought she was just going to go in the bathroom and have the baby because no one knew she was pregnant but her, and put the baby in the trash and then go home like nothing happened. Well, look how it turned out. Her mother still found out, and now people all over know what she did. I mean, right at the hospital, and just dumped the little boy. She was at the right place, but only God knows what she was thinking. Thank God for the cleaning lady who realized that something was not right. And according to her, there was blood everywhere too. So I don't know how she really thought she could get away with it. Plus, the test results came back and said she was pregnant. This is so heartbreaking, and I just can't believe it happened right in the hospital. So because of all of that, the prosecutors are going for first-degree murder, the harshest murder charge. She threw her life away. You don't have to want the baby, but I'm pretty sure the consequences with her mother for being pregnant would have been less harsh than what is about to happen to her because of what she did that day in the hospital. This is so sad. My deepest thoughts are with the family. And please comment your thoughts and prayers for this family in this difficult time. And hit that like button to share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.